Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sergeant F1 here, and today we're going to be talking about the redeployment glider. I'm just going to give you my opinion on it, but what I'm hoping for is kind of like having a little discussion in the comment section with people just kind of like giving me their ideas about what I'm saying, and then maybe their own original ideas, or maybe their fixes, or maybe they just really want it back and just exactly the way it was. Yeah, on the topic of the redeployment glider, I'll just go ahead and start out by saying I did not like it. Now, was it all bad? Did I just hate everything about it? No, there were some good things about it. I like the mobility of it. I like being able to escape the storm and not have to worry about it at all. Being able to just kind of like get around. I don't think it was definitely a fast pace, but I don't think games actually finished any faster, I would imagine. But I mean, like, you land, let's say you go Paradise, and you land on the tower, you can just see whatever you see, you can just jump and like glide towards it. If there's a fight down there, you can just get straight into the fight and become that third party immediately. So, but I think overall, what we really liked was the mobility of it. No fall damage is nice. Some people really like that. I personally didn't like that. I like that there's that added element of fall damage that you have to plan for, and I think it takes skill. There's an element of skill in planning fall damage and seeing, okay, this build fight's getting a little too high. I don't want to get third party and taken down and you just drop down from the fight, or whatever it is, instead of like not having to worry about that at all and just doing whatever, or building one single ramp, not even having to fortify your like ramp rush or something like that. Just building a ramp, if they hit it down, you just kind of glide straight to them or whatever, land on their ramp, whatever it is. I really didn't like that at all. But so like I'm saying, is like I don't think everything was terrible about it, but I didn't like, I already even started talking about the things I didn't like about it. But other things I don't like is I didn't like, probably the number one by far, is the build fighting runaways. Is when you're in a build fight, you're winning the build fight, and then they just peace out and they're gone. That's it. I had a fight where 3 people within, like, I mean, consecutive people, because I kept getting third partied and somebody would just land in and then I'd fight that guy, and every single one would just run away and get away, and I couldn't chase because the third party would show up and I had to deal with that dude. And like I didn't like that at all, because I feel like you should have the spoils of victory. Like if I'm winning and I'm beating this guy, the spoils of victory is his or more mats, his ammo, whatever loot he has, his shields, whatever, and then I can take that and I can fight the next guy, and I can just keep going like that. Like I shouldn't, if they get away, I just spent X amount of mats dealing with this guy, should have killed him, and then he got away from me. Granted, not everybody gets away. You can chase some people. I'm not saying it's like everybody who runs away just actually gets away. Like, it's a lot easier to get away that way than it is before. Yeah, I also didn't like how it saved people from bad, like, failed build attempts. Like if you're trying to a skilled level jump or something like that, you know what I mean, or build, and you fail it and fall, like, you should take fall damage. Or if it's too high, then maybe you should die. But usually there's so much building in a build battle that like you kind of land on something. But yeah, you should take fall damage for that because you failed. Yeah, it rewards people who can actually land some of the more skilled jumps and whatever, or like, you know, side jumps or side builds or whatever. I thought also that the final circles were a little less strategic. I like being able to like decide when to rotate, moving around, looking at the already pre-built structures. I'm talking mainly more in scrims, but looking at that and deciding where I can move, how to rotate. I think that's more strategic than just saying, all right, well, let me just build real high. It's just high enough so I can just fly over everything and just kind of get to the next circle. I didn't like that. Also, you had some weird, awkward third parties that people just keep them like coming in from the sky, landing on top of your build. Granted, there's other ways people could do that, but not as frequently and as much as they did with the Glider Redeploy. But I think my number one fix for, I think like majority of us like I'm saying, it's not all negative. There were some pros to it. And I think the mobility aspect that it brought to the game was key, that a lot of people liked. And that what I really liked is just getting around. And I just think you can fix a lot of that with just adding more rifts. If you add more rifts, like just one season ago, we had a lot more rifts. And then they kind of reduced the rifts like kind of by a lot. But I think you even more than one last season, put them on like strategic locations in different areas, somewhere we can just kind of go around. But yeah, I remember just going rift to rift and just scanning the floor and then finding somebody. Any movement that I saw, I just landed, and then we went and we fought, and then, you know, moving on. Or if I just wanted to relocate to the, like if it was a far circle, I went rift to rift to rift, and then boom, I'm dead center in the circle already. I don't know, I really like that aspect of the rifts, and I didn't see like that, never felt like they were like annoying or broken or anything like that. I don't know why they like reduced it. I think if anything, add more of those, we get what we want with mobility. I mean, it's not as mobile, obviously, but it's still a really, I think it's in a good place if you add the rifts, and it kind of like solves, you know, the slower pace field of having to walk across the entire map when you're across the circle. They added the carts, yes, and they have 100% spawn rate with like the quad crusher, but I think it's so loud. I think so loud. I don't, especially if you're playing like on a high competitive match or doing this like scavenger solo tournament that they got going on, or you're doing scrims or something like that. That's way too loud. People see you coming, and you don't want anybody to get that early laser on you, especially if they're about equal skill of you or something, and they get that early laser on you and they start pushing you. It's a bad time. But anyway, this is what I thought, guys. That's kind of my feelings about this. Let me know what you guys think. If you think I'm definitely wrong, if you think I'm right, or if you want to tweak anything that I said, or if you had your own kind of solution, let me know. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching, listening, all that jazz. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I have a whole bunch of guides and things about working on developing you as a player and getting better and things like that. I also have some kind of like funny videos. I also have commentaries and things like that. Hit a like if you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one.